chapter what, 13, text 29 onwards, right? Okay, so this 20 to 46, that section we were discussing, where the sadhu describes the path of Paramahansa. In that, we discussed till text 28, isn't it? Anybody remembers the shloka number? Or I'm telling that Bhagavatam, Canto 7th, chapter 13, text 27. Sukham asya atmanaha rupam sarve uparatistanuh manah sansparshajyan drishtva bhogan pasyami samvishan. Sukham, happiness, asyam, atmana, of the living entity, rupam, the nature, sarva, all, iya, material activities, uparati, completely stopping, tanu, the medium of its manifestation, manaha, samprasha, jnana, produced from demands for sense gratification, drishva, after seeing bhogan, sense enjoyment, swapashyami, I am sitting silently, thinking deeply about these material activities. Some vision entering into such activity. The translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The actual form of life for the living entities is one of spiritual happiness, which is real happiness. This happiness can be achieved only when one stops all materialistic activities. Material sense enjoyment is simply an imagination. Therefore, considering this subject matter, I have ceased from all material activities and I am lying down here. Because the question was why you are lying down here simply, so he's saying I am simply lying down here because anyway this material enjoyment is all imagination. Okay, and the real happiness is, he's saying, first thing he's saying, real happiness is spiritual happiness. Second thing he's saying that spiritual happiness cannot be attained unless material happiness activities are stopped. Okay, and anyway, third thing is saying anyway material happiness is an imagination. So I just stopped everything and I'm just lying down here. The difference between the philosophy of the Mayavadis and that of the Vaishnavas is explained here. Both the Mayavadis and the Vaishnavas know that in materialistic activity there is no happiness. The Mayavadi philosophers therefore, adhering to the slogan Brahma Satyam Jagamithya, want to refrain from false materialistic activities. They want to stop all activities and merge in the Supreme Brahman. According to the Vaishnava philosophy, however, if one simply ceases from materialistic activity, one cannot remain inactive for very long. And therefore, everyone should engage himself in spiritual activity. It will solve the problem of suffering in this material world. It is said, therefore, that although the Mayavadi philosophers strive to refrain from materialistic activities and merge in Brahman, and although they may actually merge in Brahman existence, for want of activity, they fall down again into materialistic activity. Okay, this thing I have explained many times that in the liberation, like Brahman, there is an activity. So, for want of activity, they fall down again into materialistic activity. Okay, Aruha krichena param padam tata patati yada. So in this way, the so-called renouncers, unable to remain in meditation upon Brahman, returns to materialistic activities by opening hospitals and schools and so on. So they will become like this kind of person who are having so much charity they will do, or like that, similar people. Therefore, simply cultivating knowledge that materialistic activities cannot give one happiness, and that one should consequently cease from such activities insufficient. This is a very important thing here, Prabhupada saying that simply cultivating knowledge that materialistic activities cannot give happiness, and that one should consequently cease from such activity is insufficient. Okay, this much only will not work. One should cease from materialist activities and take up spiritual activity. That is required. Many people they just understood, oh, material thing is like this. I don't want anything, but they are not taking up spiritual activity. So that has to given up, and spiritual activity has to be taken up. Okay, then the solution to the problem will be achieved. Just only leaving materialistic activities is half thing. Leaving them and accepting the spiritual activity is full. That is a full solution. Okay, so spiritual activities are activities performed according to the order of the Krishna Anukulenya Krishna Chaitanya. If one does whatever Krishna says, his activities are not material. For example, so this is very important here. For example, when Arjuna fought in response to the order of Krishna, his activities were not material. Right? Fighting for sense gratification is a materialistic activity, but fighting by the order of Krishna is spiritual. So a person may work in the office, no problem, but or go to the college or go to the field for work or market, or a lady can work inside the house cooking and cleaning the house, right? But if it is in accordance with the principle of Krishna consciousness, this is called bhakti. Okay, it is not materialistic activity. It looks like materialistic activity, but it is bhakti. Like fighting, Arjuna did fighting. It looks like materialistic activity is fighting for winning the kingdom, but actually it is not like that. He did it for pleasure of Krishna, by the order of Krishna. Okay, so it is bhakti. By spiritual activities, one becomes eligible to go back home, back to Godhead, and they enjoy peaceful life eternally. Here in the material world, everything is but a mental concoction that will never give us real. The practical solution, therefore, is to cease from materialistic activities and engage in spiritual activities both. Cease materialistic activities, engage in Yagyarthat karmano anyat loko ayam karma bandhana. If one works for the sake of pleasing the Supreme Lord Yajna or Vishnu Krishna, one is in liberated life. If one fails to do so, however, he remains in a life of bondage. Anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. He will be in the bondage of karma. But if he does it for yajna, Krishna, Vishnu, yagyartat karmano, then he will be liberated. Text 28. इत्येतदात्मना स्वार्थं सन्तं विस्मृत्य वै पुमान् चित्रामसति द्वैते घोरामाप्नोति संसृतिम्. In this way, in this way, the person will condition Atmana of his self, Swa Artham, own interest, Santam, Vismritya, forgetting by Puman, Kalimeti, Vichitram, attractive false variety, Asati, normative Dvaite, other than the self, Puran, very fearful, continuous acceptance of birth and death, Apnoti, will become entangled, Samsritim in material existence. In this way, the conditioned soul living within the body forgets his self-interest because he identifies himself with the body. because the body is material. Its natural tendency is to be attracted by the varieties of the material world. Thus, the living entity suffers the miseries of material existence. The conditioned soul living within the body in this way, being engaged in materialistic life, forgets his self-interest, connection with Krishna. Because he identifies himself with the body. Within that, I'm in this body, I'm enjoyer. He forgets that he is the servant of Krishna because the body is material. His natural tendency is to be attracted by the varieties of the material world. Because he identifies himself with the material body, so his all activities becomes material. Okay, he naturally became attracted towards the material activities, material world. Thus the living entity suffers because he is having a. It's actually very natural. If you have a misidentification of identity, then you will suffer. You are a student, but you are thinking you are a teacher, or you are an employee, but you are thinking you are a manager. Definitely, yeah. So this is our position is what servant, but we think I am master. We will suffer. Definitely, we will suffer. Okay. So in this way, living entity suffers the misery of material things. Okay, because originally we are not body, we are soul, but we think we are body. So we do everything thinking that I am body. So all our activities are actually based on a concept that I am body. And that concept is the wrong. So everything becomes useless. Okay, this is called Maya. This is called Maya. Very, very complicated. But it is very important to understand that how it works. If you say I'm body, then every because we believe I'm body, so I'm doing everything thinking I'm body. I am this body. This is my wife. This is my husband. This is my child. This is my mother. This is my father. This is my nation. This is my community. This is my relative. This everything. All these things are because I am thinking I am this body. Right? It's very easy, at least theoretically, it is very easy to understand. And when we chant Hare Krishna and get mercy of the devotees, we will understand practically. Everyone is trying to be happy because, as explained in the previous verse, Sukham Asyatmano Rupam Sarve Bhuparatishtanu. When the living entity is in his original spiritual form, he is happy by nature. The living entity is happy by nature. Anandmaya Vyasa. There is no question of miseries for the spiritual. As Krishna is always happy, the living entities who are his parts and parcel are also happy by nature. But because of being put within this material world and forgetting their eternal relationship with Krishna. What is the reason? Because of being put within this material world and forgetting their eternal relationship with Krishna. They have forgotten their real nature because every one of us is a part of Krishna. We have a very affectionate relationship with him. Okay. But because we have forgotten our identities and are considering the body to be the self, we are afflicted by all the troubles of birth, death, old age, and disease. This misconception in materialistic life continues unless and until one comes to understand his relationship with Krishna. Very easy to understand. Prabhupada is giving very clear idea. The happiness sought by the conditioned soul is certainly only illusion, as explained in the next verse. Prabhupada sometimes gives very every purport is easy, but sometimes so elaborately one line by line he explains, like for a small kid teacher is teaching now one like that. Okay. Jalam tad udbhavai channam hitva yodalkamyaya mrigatrishnamupadhavit anyatra Jalam, water, tat udhavai, by grass grown from that water, Channam covered in Bhagya, Jalakamaya, desiring to drink water. मृग तृष्णाम a mirage उपधावे दरंसाट तथा simultaneous somewhere else arthadrik self-interest स्वता in just as a deer because of ignorance cannot see the water within a well covered by grass but runs after water elsewhere. The living entity covered by the material body does not see the happiness within himself but runs after happiness in the material world. ओके कस्तूरी कुंडल वसे मृग ढूंढे वनमाई ऐसे घट घट राम है दुनिया देखत नाई. Okay, this is an accurate example depicting how the living entity, because of lack of knowledge, runs after happiness outside his own self. Happiness is within ourselves, but we are running and searching happiness outside. When one understands his real identity as a spiritual being, he can understand the supreme spiritual being, Krishna, and the real happiness exchange Krishna and oneself. It is very interesting to note how this verse points to the body's growth from the spirit soul. The modern materialistic scientist thinks that life grows from matter, but actually the fact is that matter grows from life. The life or the spiritual soul is compared here into water, from which clumps of matter grow in the form of grass. One who is ignorant of scientific knowledge of the spirit soul does not look inside the body to find happiness in the soul. Instead, he goes outside to search for happiness, just as a deer without knowledge of the water beneath the grass, goes out to the desert to find water. There is a water, but the well is covered. But seeing mirage at the distance, deer keeps running. The Krishna consciousness movement is trying to remove the ignorance of misled human beings who are trying to find water outside the jurisdiction of life. Aso vaisa raso ham kaunteya. The taste of water is Krishna. To quench one's thirst, one must taste water by association with Krishna. The Vedic. Okay, so just by drinking water, we can realize Krishna. When we drink water and our thirst is quenched, we should think of Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that I am the taste of water. Okay, text 30. Okay. Deyadibhi devatantraihi atmanah sukham ihatah dukhatayam chanishasya kriya bhava krita krita. Daya Adivi, the body, mind, ego, and intelligence. Deva Tantrai under the control of superior power. Atmanaha of the Satsukham, having the Iyata, such have the Dukha Atyayum. Diminution of material condition, Cha also Anishasya of the living entity fully under the control of material nature. Kriya, plants and activities. Moga, Krita, become baffled again and again. The living entity tries to achieve happiness and rid himself of the causes of distress. But because the various bodies of the living entities are under the full control of material nature, all his plans and bodies, one after another, are ultimately okay. He's trying, but what to do? Because the materialist is in gross ignorance of how the laws of material nature act upon him as a result of his future activities. I repeat, because the materialist is in gross ignorance of what ignorance? How the laws of material nature act upon him. This is very, very important to understand. How the person who is materialistic person is in gross ignorance. What ignorance? that how he don't know how the laws of material nature acting upon him. But why they are acting? They are acting as a result of his fruitive activity. So he is in this because of my previous activities. These laws of material nature are acting upon me. I don't know this knowledge. So what I will do? Mistakenly plans to enjoy bodily comfort in the human form of life through so-called economic development, through pious activities, for elevation to the higher planetary system, and in many other ways. I'll try. I don't know that everything, my previous karma is there and modes are working. I don't know this all things because I'm in ignorance. So I'm trying my best to in this dharma, artha, karma, economic development and pious activities and trying to go swarga and all this. I'm trying in many other ways. But what is the result? Actually, I'm becoming a victim of the reactions of my duty activities. Okay, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is situated as a super soul within the course of the hearts of all living entities. Okay, Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita, I'm seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, smriti, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Okay, the desires and activities of the living being are observed by the Susu, who is there sitting inside the, who is the Upadrashta, the overseer, and who orders material nature to fulfill the various desires of the living as Upadrashta and Hanumanta, two things Krishna is doing in the form of Paramatma. Ishvara Sarvabhutana Mardese Arjun Tishtati Brahmyan Sarvabhutani Yantrarudhani Maya. The Lord is situated in everyone's heart. Sarvabhutana Mardese Arjun Tishtati, and as one desires, the Lord gives one various types of bodies which are like machine. Brahmyan Sarvabhutani Yantrarudhani Maya. Riding on such. So this body is given by Krishna as per our past karma and desires, and this body is like yantra rudhani. This body is like yantra, like a machine. Riding on such a machine, the living entity wanders throughout the universe, riding on this body under the control of material nature and its modes. Okay, like a car is given to you and you are riding on this car everywhere, but you are also under the control of traffic rules and regulation and government, and like that you are running, but you are thinking, you forget your identity and you are thinking you are car only. So you are not thinking you are human, you are thinking you are car. So thus the living being is not at all free to act, but is fully under the control of material nature, which is fully under the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. So if one starts thinking that I am car, then he will only take care of the car. He will not take care of himself, right? He will put petrol, cleaning everything in the car, but he will not use himself. So what will happen? He will die. The driver will die. Similarly, this body is like car. So we have forgotten that we are not the body. We are thinking we are the body. Okay, so we are taking care of body, but not the soul. So we are not giving the food to the soul. The soul is like dead. Now don't ask this thing that soul cannot die. Somebody asked me once this thing. And why you are saying soul can be dead? Actually, it is to be understood that this analogy. Okay, so soul is like that dead. So we have to give food to the soul also, and that is our spiritual practice. We have to realize that I'm not the body, I am eternal spirit. As soon as a living entity is victimized by material desires to lord it over nature, he is subjected to the control of material nature, which is supervised by the Supreme Spirit. So the result is that one again and again makes plans and is baffled, but as foolish as he is, he cannot see the cause of his bafflement. Okay, so he is victimized by material desires. A lot of desires are there, material desires. We want to control over material nature. So because of that, what happens? Actually, he want to control over material nature, but he is controlled by material nature. Material nature has control over him. Okay, and in this way, because material nature controlling, so he want to do many things, but he cannot do, and all his plans are getting perfect. So foolish person cannot understand why, what is the cause of his development, and this cause is distinctly stated in Bhagavad Gita. Because one has not surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he must work under the control of material nature and its stringent laws. If we are not surrendering to Krishna, definitely we have to. Means there is no another question, no choice. If you are not surrendering to Krishna, then we are under the control of Maya automatically. Devi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya. And overtaking that Maya is not very easy. Mama Maya Durandaya. The only means of becoming free from this entanglement is to surrender to the Supreme Lord Krishna in the human form of life. The living entity must accept this instruction from the Supreme Person Krishna. What is that? Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharnam Vraja. Do not plan to achieve happiness and drive away distress. You will never be successful. Simply surrender to me. But unfortunately, however, the living entity does not accept the Supreme Lord's clearly stated instruction from Bhagavad Gita. They cannot understand, they are not accepting it. Okay, and in this way, he becomes a perpetual captive of the laws of nature. Not understanding Krishna's order simply, then they will be under the control of Maya. Who cannot understand direct instruction of government, they will be put into the jail. Who cannot understand direct instruction of Krishna, they are inside the material world under the control of Maya. Yagyarthat karmanonyat lokoyam karmandana. If one does not act for instruction of Krishna, who is known as Vishnu Varyagya, he must be entangled in the reaction of these reactions are called papa and punya, sinful and pious. Okay, so don't think pious activity I am doing, I am very great. No, pious activity also. By pious activities, one is elevated to the higher planetary system, and by impious activity, one is degraded to lower species of life, in which he is punished by the laws of nature. The lower species of life, there is an evolutionary process, and when the term of the living entities, imprisonment or punishment in the lower species is finished, see, in the lower species of life, there is an evolutionary process, and when the term of the living entities, imprisonment or punishment in the lower species is finished, he is again offered human form and given a chance to decide for himself which way he should plan. If he again misses the opportunity, he is again put into the cycle of birth and death, going sometimes higher and sometimes lower. Turning on the samskar chakra, the wheel of material existence, as a wheel sometimes goes up and sometimes comes down. The stringent laws of nature make the living material existence sometimes happy and sometimes distressed. The chakra is like a cycle. And how he suffers in the cycle of happiness and distress is described that next verse. Okay. आध्यात्मिक आदिभि दुःखै विमुक्तस्य कर्हि चेत् मर्त्यस्य कृच्छोपनतैरुत्थैः कामैः क्रियेत किम् आध्यात्मिक आदिभि आध्यात्मिक अधिदैविक एंड अधिभौतिक